Rising, Grand Rising Pisces, and anybody that may have Pisces placements, um, or anybody that may be pulled to the title or the video. It really don't matter. I was called to do you guys a money reading. Um, so we gonna jump right into it. Thank you for all your likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions. Welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if you haven't. I am so grateful for all of you that tune into this message. And I ain't even gonna waste your time. I'm gonna just get right in it. Okay. Sometimes I may drift off and start channeling. It may have nothing to do with the cards. Just go with the flow. Okay, that could be a message for somebody. You got spending and creativity. Something about investing into a business or this creative endeavor that will lead you to something very lucrative and long lasting. Okay, I could be talking to a male or female, but I'm definitely getting masculine energy. And obviously, to run a business, you have to maneuver in your masculine energy for the most part. Running a business, doing any job, doing any labor of any sort, the creativity is the feminine aspect. So something about like merging those two together. I'm here, I just want to be free. Something about freedom could be very, very significant. What is freedom to you? Okay, you got pay bills, but it came out like this. But back to what I was saying, what is freedom to you? What does freedom mean? Are you yearning for a life that somebody fed you, or are you yearning for a life that you truly desire? What is wealth to you? What is rich to you? What does it mean to actually be wealthy? Does it have anything to do with mindset, or is it all materialistic? These are the type of questions that I feel like you should be asking yourself, or spirit is asking you. Okay, because true wealth is from within. It comes from within you. As long as you believe that you will never run out of money, you will never run out of money. What you believe is what's true to you and your reality. We grow up thinking that what our parents tell us or teach us is what's real. Sometimes you have to unlearn everything you learned because it just might be a lie. Or sometimes, from a higher perspective, you realize your journey and the reason that you came here is totally different from their journey and the reason they came here. They could be anybody, a friend, a foe, family members, anything. What's true to you and what's true to them is different. For example, you could have been somebody that was raised in a religious household, but you grew up yearning for something totally different, and you were made to think that it was wrong simply because it didn't align with what they chose to believe in. And that could be anything. Religion is just the first example that came to my mind, right? You could grow up cuss words, for example. Some people swear oh my gosh, you're gonna go to hell if you say a cuss word. In reality, if you really do research, or you search the root of just the English language, the language that we speak, that most of the world is, I ain't gonna say conform to speak, but it's like a universal language. Everybody trying to learn English, everybody trying to come to America, everybody trying to experience the land of the free. But what's really freedom, right? I'm bouncing off from subject to subject, but just follow me, right? What is true success to you? Does it start with the mind, or do it start with somebody else's idea? Tapping into your creativity is very vital. I'm hearing you're very special. Okay, I'm gonna just channel until, and I keep picking up this micromanage card. You could be somebody that works for a company or work, I don't know, in retail. It don't matter. Like, you could work, I'm seeing Marshalls, Ross, something about clothing. You could be somebody that work at a clothing department store, but in reality, your true passion is to be the designer. Your true passion is to have your own store. I also feel like for somebody here, I'm hearing all of you, the lessons and the things that you experienced in life, the things that nothing is a coincidence. So you might be feeling like you working at a department store. Like I was saying, you could be somebody that is at heart, at soul, truly a designer. Okay. But the reason that you worked at that department store is to learn the ins and outs of management, on how to run a store. You could be a manager at this store. Okay, it don't necessarily got to be a department store. You could be working for corporate America. You could be a retailer. You could be somebody that work in a place where it's ran and the CEO is someone else, but in reality, it's breeding you to become the CEO in your own universe, in your own world. Wealth to you is what abundance is to you. Abundance may be 3 for you, and abundance may be 6 for somebody else. It all depends on your reality of thinking. I'm hearing the early bird gets the worm. Okay, my window is open, so I'm seeing a lot of birds in the grass. Obviously, they're looking for food. I don't know what time in the morning it is, and usually, I'm not even. Anyway, something about credit repair. With this credit repair card, I'm also getting something about forgiveness. This could be loan forgiveness, but like forgiveness to oneself. There may be a move that you make or something that you did that you regret, and you're so stuck in that move and regretting that move that you can't move forward. Okay, 4 of Cups. The Spirit is telling you to abandon whatever that is. Okay, you got growth at the bottom of the deck. You got pay bills. You could be somebody that feel like you're just in a cycle of paying bills. Or that could, like, maybe you're someone that right? I feel like I'm picking up on somebody that's just telling themselves, this can't be all to life, paying bills. This can't be all to life. So you mean to tell me that I came to Earth to go to school for 12 grades, however many years that is, and then go to college for, I was going to say 4 generations. I'm also tapping into somebody that you could be a part of a bloodline where all 4 generations went to college or picked up some type of degree, right? But you notice that those degrees didn't necessarily make them happy, even though it may have brought them in something lucrative, or they could have got a degree and didn't even follow that path, right? I feel like you want to be the complete opposite, or you're someone that came to become the complete opposite. I'm hearing breaking the mold, okay, when it comes to finances, when it comes to the ways on how to get money. Like, I feel like I'm speaking to somebody here who may have older parents or parents with an old soul that feels like working is the way, hard work is the way. And you are here to come and teach them that hard working is not the way. You can still live without working so hard. You don't have to be in a cycle of paying bills, just paying bills, working to pay bills. I'm hearing like working from check to check. Okay. I don't know if this is just take where you fit in the timeline on whatever I'm speaking, whether you are this person, whether Spirit brought you to this video to enlighten you, basically remind your soul of who you truly are. You came to break molds, especially when it comes to finances, especially when it comes to the way you think about finances, the way you treat finances, the vibration. You trying to align with what true wealth is, because wealth don't always come in the form of money. Wealth could be health. What are you eating? Wealth could be what you're listening to, what you're digesting when you are hungry. What are you listening to? Okay, I'm hearing I'm about to fire my job. So this says job loss or termination of employment, but I feel like this is, even though this man got his head down, I don't feel like his head is down because he's sad that he's leaving this establishment. Or it could be a little bit of sadness because of the attachment. You could be a Taurus. I have Taurus highly exalted in your chart. Okay, you got debt paid here. But I'm getting more so a spiritual aspect instead of physical, right? This could be job loss. This could be you losing the passion to want to work for corporate America. You losing and breaking that mold of working for somebody else. but still like, okay, Spirit, help me find the words. Okay, breaking the mold when it comes to this termination of employment. This is like you terminating that mindset of staying stuck and working for somebody else. Terminating that mindset of going by the idea of someone else. And what I mean by that is religion. For example, somebody else had the thought to create that religion, right? This is just my mindset. I don't personally believe that God left one religion. I think religion is something that man came up with in order to stay focused in faith, and that's okay. Nobody's religion is wrong or anything like that, because they all serve either the God of light or the God of dark. Either way, that's yin and yang. In other words, something has to be balanced. Let me stay on topic. But with this deck paid here, I feel like that spirit letting you know that you passed the test. You passed the test of being stuck in a mindset, this loop of like check to check, or the mindset of working for a check. I don't know why I'm about to say that. It's like I could see what I'm trying to say, but it's not coming out. And I feel like that could be significant to you trying to get somebody else to understand, more so your parents or your family members, that you don't have to work for corporate America to become rich. You could be somebody that's interested in art. You could be somebody that's interested in you could be somebody that's interested in content creation. Things that are not normally what people think will bring in a lot of money, but it's actually going to be very lucrative for you. I'm seeing a lot of money fairies, okay? Cinnamon could be very significant. I keep getting notification, okay? This could also be a notification that you're receiving in regards to a big payout. You got we're hiring, job search, and then you got saving money. I feel like you're going to be having a, whatever this is that spirit is calling you to do or to focus on, to stay focused on, that's going to bring you in this lucrative money. You ain't got to worry about no bills. What are bills? It's like, I'm hearing autosave, or it's like, what they call it, when it automatically just get took out of your account. Like, I'm seeing somebody that's living and not even looking at their account. But I also feel like this is also an energy that you have to take on before something big happens. Or you could be the person that's watching this video that already is experiencing this timeline of success. Okay, no matter what part of that timeline you on, you could be in the beginning stages where you're working through the mentality of becoming rich, or working through the mentality of believing that you're already rich, you're already wealthy, doing things that wealthy people do, eating good, listening to the right things, looking at, not overthinking, not overindulging. Something about anxiety could be very significant. You could be a very much overthinker, so much so that you will think yourself out of something or think yourself into something. Okay, I'm guilty of that. But you got we're hiring. I feel like this is you putting up a sign saying that you're hiring. Okay, I also feel like this is like, I'm hearing your spot in heaven. Like the spirits are calling you. They're hiring. They're calling you to invite them in when it comes to your mentality. Something about your ancestral lineage. It could have been in your DNA. Your DNA codes are changing. When you think high vibrational, you do high vibrational things, you eat high vibrational foods, it changes the structure of your DNA, which means that your children will also experience this new, fresh DNA. I don't know why I'm hearing that. You could also be somebody that never really kept a job for that long, and it's not because you're not loyal. It's not because you're not faithful. It's just because your spirit wasn't in it. I'm also seeing somebody, you may like to work around water. I'm seeing somebody that work at Six Flags, or like working around water or doing something with water. You could also be someone, water therapist. I'm hearing waterworks. You got saving money, no more penny pinching. Ooh, you got work from home and performance evaluation. I also feel like with this performance evaluation being in reverse and micromanage now being in reverse, work from home, this is definitely you working for yourself. I'm also hearing working for the family, something about a family business, or whatever you're doing is working. And it's taking me back to the change in your DNA. So keep doing what you're doing. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. You're on the right path. You're taking the right steps with this performance evaluation. I feel like this, like just throw it in the trash, because I feel like this is more so judgment from a job when it came in reverse. Now everything that you do, not now everything you do, but everything that you did or you do was being micromanaged. You was being picked on. I feel like you could have been one of the top performers, and this is why they did this to you. They put a lot of pressure on you, being that you're a top performer. I also feel like this is something that you inherited from your parents. Like you could have been born in a family where it was at least 3 or more, right? Or I'm also picking up on an only child, where the expectations of you are so high because of them comparing you to outside circumstances. These outside circumstances could have been other family members, cousins. These outside circumstances could have been them comparing you to the children of their friends. I don't know, something about high status and keeping the image, but were you really happy? Okay. Performance evaluation. Nobody else's opinion matter when it comes to you being the CEO of your own company, because only you can sabotage that. And you don't have to have a business or a company where you're hiring people. You could literally run this on your own. Imagine you having a tarot business if you do read tarot cards, right? You don't have to hire people for that, because you're using your God-given gifts in order to interpret what spirit has to say to you or to other people. Or even if you don't have like this natural ability or intuition and you just know how to read cards, right? I don't know if I ain't gonna say I don't know if I believe in that, but I just feel like if you eventually, even if you're playing with tarot cards and you have no intuitive skills, but you can read a book and understand, okay, this card means this, and read it for face value, eventually your intuition gonna start popping in and coming in. Something about practice making perfect. I heard perfect practice make perfect. So when you're in practice, you're performing as if you're on a stage where 1 million people is watching, even if you only have 1 person in the audience. Okay, that could be very significant to somebody who may have a platform, a public platform, speech, publicity, fame may be in your fortune. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune in my third eye, even though I haven't seen it in the cards. What number are we at? 18, 12. Hopefully you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful morning. Well, beautiful rising. Because to mourn is to, to mourn is to be sad about something. We don't wake up to mourn, you know, we wake up to beauty. Do you hear the sounds of nature? Even though I'm not outside, you can literally play that and it soothes you. Like, I got the Ace of Swords, something about the truth, the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups with the Death card. This is definitely transformational. Okay, whatever this is, it's fulfilling. You got abundance and success. The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups, they talk about a new beginning. I'm hearing ×2. I'm seeing ×2, like X2. With the Ace of Wands, that's 3 aces. Okay. The Ace of Wands talk about creativity. It also could talk about a little boy. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Something about a little boy. I'm also seeing a little boy being dressed up. Okay, you could have been picking up on a male. They may have been I'm hearing acting, fashion. This is something that your parents put you in because of your beauty. But your mind, okay, this don't necessarily got to be acting or fashion, but it's like you were bred and born for, you got God's purpose and then you got your parents' purpose, right? Your parents I'm hearing like an arranged pregnancy. Like they purposely. I'm picking up on two timelines. Okay. Originally, right, I was seeing somebody being born into a family, and they wrote out what your purpose was going to be. Like they timed the pregnancy perfectly. This could have even been through IVF, right? You might not even know that you weren't carried by your mother, even though, you know, those are your parents. That could have been something they kept a secret. That's why you don't see any pictures of your mom pregnant. Okay, with you, they could have had a child after. Something about the pregnancy being arranged. This is going to be very specific, where they had this dynamic in which they call the shots in your life, but then you got God's purpose, God's plan, your purpose and your plan. And I see you turning that around and going a complete opposite direction. And of course it makes them mad, but this is your life, right? You got judgment. With the 7 of Swords, they may feel betrayed. I also see somebody's parents like running their mouth saying what they did, how they did this, how they grew up and all that. We in a whole nother timeline, bro. Like, get over yourself. Being heartbroken because it's like they were so set out for this to happen. They were so hell-bent on something going the way that they said it should go. This could even just be one parent, like a mother, that they feel some type of way and feel betrayed. But my thing is, did you ever even consider how that person would feel about the life you created for them or want for them? How selfish is it for you to feel as if you, like, it's almost like somebody who don't really have a lot of control over their own self, or too much control that they can't even live, that they trying to push that energy on you. This don't necessarily have to be a parent. It could literally be a guardian. This could even be like a friend. Somebody give you advice based on what they've been through, not considering that maybe that's not my path to transmute what this says that I'm in. We could definitely be experiencing the same thing, right? And usually I don't necessarily go against that, because I believe that experience is the best teacher. So if you've been through something, it won't hurt you to regurgitate what it is you've been through and what you did to help you out of it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to help the next person, right? Just do your part and spread the word. Okay, what else, Spirit? 2252. You could be seeing a lot of synchronicities. I mentioned ×2 earlier. Twos could be very significant, or they come into pairs. Twins could be very significant as well. You got the World card. Spirit said to take it. You got 21 here. I'm hearing 2 times 1. Obviously, is 2. You could be an Aquarius. Or something about Aquarius energy and where it's exalted in your chart. You should look deeper into that. They may also play a role with your finances. A strong role, I'm hearing, because I saw the Strength card with the 7 of Pentacles. I'm also hearing something about the desire or a strong will to be the opposite or be different. You got the Death card with the Empress card. A complete transformation, a willingness to break free, a willingness to break away from the past. I'm hearing path. Yeah, somebody here was definitely giving a life, and their emotions, who they are, was never considered, and that's crazy. But with the World card here, you got guaranteed success. You could be traveling soon. This could also be traveling for a death. Someone had a tragic death. Okay, this could be physical, but I don't see the Chariot card, and I haven't seen the oh, look. As soon as I split that at the 4 of Swords with the death. Or this could be like tragic news that that killed a part of you. Or I'm seeing you say something to somebody that wants control over your life, and then actually move forward with what you said and stand on business, it killed something in them, like their ego. This may also be for the best. I don't want to really get into that because we already 22 minutes in. And I want to go to the lake today. I want to get outside, stretch, come back and do some videos later. Yeah, something about you holding your ground and standing on business, like I said. Being courageous. You could have been the first one to speak up and say, nah, I ain't doing that. You could literally be the runt. I'm hearing that. The runt, the baby. Something about premature. From jump, it's like you were set back, but you are destined to be the forward movement. You are the forward movement. Something about your own magic, your sexual power could be very significant. Okay. Something about using sexual prowess to build some type of stability. And sexual doesn't necessarily mean intercourse. It's just a sacred exchange. Somebody here also using sensuality to be lucrative for them. Now, this could be in the world of strip club, prostitution, anything like that. I ain't judging. I don't give a damn, baby. Because if you got to use what you got to get where you at, it's all a lesson in it anyways. That's just your path, and don't be ashamed of it. Or this is you going from that energy where you feel like you got to use sex in a promiscuous way to get money, to using that same sacred exchange in a different reality, putting it towards your creativity to build this stability for yourself. I'm gonna pull a few more cards. Yeah, you got intuition with Page of Swords here. That just came out, and there go the Chariot card. I'm hearing literally crash dummy. I feel like somebody could be trying something new for the first time. It could have been something that they've been contemplating and thinking about, contemplating and thinking about, contemplating and thinking about. But, you know what I'm saying? It's finally hit them like a car crash. Auntie, you gotta wait. I'm sorry. That could be very significant. Somebody could be calling you that you haven't talked to in a while. Okay, you got the Ace of Wands, patience, discernment with the High Priestess here, modesty. Like I was saying earlier, there could have also been like a switch, something that changed. Something that changed. You got Page of Swords watching this High Priestess. This could also be someone's child watching them change and morph. Or this is the energy of like you going from promiscuity. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. With the Ace of Wands here, this is a lot of sexual energy. To modesty. Or having the best of both worlds, right? You being able to be sensual and sexual, but also modest at the same time. I don't really know how to explain what I'm saying, but I hope you get what I'm saying. You have a very high intuition here. Yeah, you could be a reader, or like you could be searching for answers through readers. Somebody could have also been searching up a reader. I'm hearing stalking or an obsessive energy over the ability to be able to use the intuition. This is something you studied, okay? But from at one point you were studying it from outside of you, but now that you know it's within, it's like merging both worlds. Now, this was supposed to be a money read. Usually my reads are very you know what? I'm not even going to talk about that. This was a money read because this talk about your currency, it talk about your flow. I'm hearing one with the moon, the tides, the waves, energy, currency, riverbank, realigning to what it really means to be wealthy, rich, changing of the mindset, quieting your mind, and allowing the spirit guides to work with you and assist you on this journey of what wealth truly is. Yeah. I also feel like there was some type of conflict in regards to an inheritance, okay? Because the Page of Pentacles do talk about a child that inherits something, or this could literally be you leaving something to a child, or leaving something to your child, or like I said, changing your DNA and those children inheriting the greatness from it. Because we all know that being tied down for years, like for example the Black community, right? How they were stuck in, you got the physical slavery, and then once the physical aspect of being beaten and all of that came, they were still living in that vibration. Like, I don't understand, like, when people try to say, oh, that happened back then, get over it. If you, like, really study science, you understand that what your ancestors went through affect you. And that could have also been the reason why it was so hard for you to unthink everything that they bred you to think. Unknow everything they bred you to know. If you really want to become you, you got to unlearn everything, because what you know is what somebody else told you. The moment that you start thinking for yourself and doing things that benefit you is when you start breaking generational curses and unlocking DNA that was not meant to be unlocked. Well, it was meant to be unlocked, but society, dark energies, everything that came up against you that did not want you to reach that level. Anyway, I love you guys. I really appreciate you if you made it to the end of this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you for hyping me up. Don't forget to hype me up, okay? I'm hearing big up yourself. You could be somebody that's Jamaican, or you're going to Jamaica. Ooh. Sorry, y'all. That was a nice stretch. Okay, that could be very significant. Yoga. Your muscles hold memory, so stretch them out, transmute the energy, ground yourself, love yourself. I love you. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.